Hi there, my name's Nick Dutch, and on this YouTube channel I do tarot readings. Now today we've got a wonderful YouTube user whose YouTube username is Speckled Ram, which I thought was a beautiful name for a YouTube channel. And Speckled Ram has asked me about some major changes that she's going through. Speckled Ram wants to move west. There's some big changes happening over the next 6 to 9 months, and the inquirer is inquiring as to whether these changes are going to happen and all the rest of that kind of jazz. It's more a question of what kind of progression this individual is going to have over that time frame and towards the end of the 6 to 9 months. Okay, well, as is traditional, let's just see what the reading says. Bear with me a second, please. I would have to say the short answer is yes, but now let me explain why I say yes by showing you what the reading says. Okay, here we go now. Wonderful sense of peace, stability and action being done. A bit of a message of caution later on down the line. And I think that comes to when you're doing your decision making time, okay? For the moment, planning and preparation. There's a good sense of there being financial gain, but everything here is slow, slow, slow. So don't expect anything to happen immediately, but it looks like you're maintaining your composture, and there's a sense of happiness about you at the moment. There's a good feeling of enthusiasm here. And it's, yeah, we do have a from the old to the new kind of message here, but it's not quite that simple. Whatever these changes are, they seem to cover a wide variety of different areas of life. There's a sense of the financial, there's a sense of the career, and especially family-orientated messages about change and the way that other people may be seeing you with the passage of time. So it feels not only complex, because you're dealing with a wide variety of different people. They've all got their own interpretation, their own agenda as to precisely where they feel that your life could be going. And I feel there's a lot of people trying to stick their nose in as well. But it's now a question of you trying to get through that. The Hangman is occasionally associated with treachery. Now I think that's a bit of a strong message for essentially what you're going to be going through. But if my intuition is correct, there are going to be individuals who's going to disagree with what you're doing and how you're doing it. As a result of that, you may need to probably exercise a bit more caution when dealing with people and when communicating various messages to people with the passage of time. Just like in the British TV sitcom Yes Minister, alright? Humphrey Appleby would often say things like, there's some things that it's best for a minister not to know. Now in this particular case, I feel there's some things that's best that other people don't know. You've got plans, and you need to know what you need to tell people and what you don't need to tell people when moving on further into the future, okay? You're the one who's in control of your life, as is true with all of my readings, okay? The inquirer is still the person who is in control of your life. There isn't, karma, fate, and all the rest of it. If they exist, they are limited forces, okay? Your long-term future signs, you may be wondering why we got the Chariot here. The Chariot is one variety of conflict sign, but it also deals with travel. And you were talking, in your private message to me, you were talking about travel and the possibility of it to see whether it would happen. Well, it does seem to be coming true for you, but I think it's also pointing out the fact that you've got a lot to go through, emotionally, possibly financially, intellectually, to get to that level, okay? So wow, you've got some heck of a ride there to go through in order to reach the levels that you really want to reach. I'd love to be able to turn around to you and say you're going to breeze it, but I don't think that's true with the average human being. You don't just breeze through everything in life. I feel that what's going to happen is that you're going to have a fair quantity of challenges, but diplomacy and knowing what to say to whom is probably the most important thing that you can do right now. Does that make sense? All I can do is tell you what kind of impression I get from the reading. Okay, the inquirer is always the person who's in charge. Think about what I've said, think about what the reading said, and, work it out from there. Okay? Now, as is traditional, if you want to request a reading, send me a private message through YouTube, and I'll be happy to add you to the rota. There are some questions that I don't deal with. I don't deal with pregnancy, medical matters, childbirth, paternity, okay? No questions of that type whatsoever, please. Because that's unethical. Alright, if you don't ask me a question, I can't really help you. If you want a general reading, I would not normally do that. But there are some exceptions, depends upon your phraseology, okay? But, I am open for inquiries. Favorite this, share it, rate it. Also place it on Twitter, MySpace, Facebook, or any other social networking sites you might be a member of. Alright, and I bid you good fortune, God and or Goddess, and or none of the above bless. Speak to you in a while. Nick Dutch, signing out for now.